It was a cold night in June. I had boarded a train to stand for what seemed to be just another normal night like any other. In all the world, on all the nights, on all the trains, I had to get on this one. I had to ride the Murder Express.
Uh-oh. I don't usually play these kind of games, but this one looks pretty cool.
What was that?
Figured it was worth a shot. Oh shit. See what's going on here. Am I supposed to look around? Oh, here we go.
Looks like the victim was strangled to death. Markings around the neck seem to back that much up. Now, the question is, why? Looks like the victim handcuffed the suitcase to their wrist. Guess he really didn't want to risk losing whatever was inside.
It's like some Mission Impossible shit.
The murder doesn't seem to be motivated by money.
What the hell?
Yes, that.
The hell? Why won't it work?
I'm pretty sure I saw Dunnit carrying a rope before we got on board.
What the hell?
I could hear Denny and Mr. Duval really going at it earlier. Not sure what they were arguing over, but it seemed intense. That's all I got, Inspector.
I guess it really is a train of killers.
I saw Gacy walking around with a pipe earlier. I overheard Kemper and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated. That's all I know.
So far Dahmer had the rope. Oh no, he was strangled, so I don't know, never mind. Rope wouldn't have anything to do with it.
I saw Kemper walking around with a gun earlier. I thought I heard Gacy and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated.
Mr. Duval.
Knowing the motivation for the crime might help narrow down who committed the murder.
Oh wait, am I supposed to stay away when the lights are out?
What did I see? Well, I guess I remember Mr. Berkowitz walking around with a pipe earlier. I did see Mr. Berkowitz looking at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier.
Oh, Mr. Duval, that's the dead guy, alright. Get confused on who's who.
I don't know anything else, Inspector.
I'm quite certain I witnessed Gacy gallivanting about with a pipe earlier. I believe I overheard Dawes and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It sounded like a rather toxic conversation. I'm afraid I cannot say for certain. My apologies, Inspector.
Has a key.
I definitely heard Gacy and Mr. Duval talking about something earlier. They seemed pretty mad with each other. I'm certain I saw Gacy waving around a pipe earlier. There's a decent enough chance Mr. Duval was killed over that briefcase he was carrying. Then again, it's possible it could just be a red herring. Oh, this? I mean, hey, who knows? I mean, I don't even know how that got there. Oh, this? I mean,
what the hell?
hey, who knows? I mean, I don't even know how that got there.
Got a handcuff key. What could that mean? Already talked to them. Gacy, you're who I'm looking for, buddy.
I noticed Fisher wandering around with a rope earlier.
I think it said it was strangled, but I think you do it with your hands.
Ramsey and Mr. Duval shouting over something earlier. They were quite loud about the whole affair.
Everyone's pointing the fingers at
Given
each
how
other.
The other passengers have a tendency to pry into one another's affairs, well, it would be advisable to ask around to see what they know. I think I saw Topon brandishing a gun earlier. I believe I heard Dennehy and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. They seemed pretty angry with each other. Have you thoroughly checked the crime scene? Sometimes the biggest clues can be the hardest to spot.
Have to go back and look at that. What the hell? Journal of Space Bar. Oh, so it was rope. I think that was Dahmer. Let's talk to everybody, though.
Mr. Duval asked me if I could hang on to this key for him during the ride to East End. Well, I can recall seeing Kemper holding a gun earlier. I thought I might have heard Dennehy and Mr. Duval arguing over something earlier. They seem pretty ticked off at one another. I'm not really sure I know anything of real value, Inspector.
But you have a key. Bundy.
I believe I saw Dennehy walking around with a rope earlier.
Oh, Dennehy. Wait a minute. I thought it was Dahmer.
I could hear Dennehy and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It seemed pretty intense. I'd tell you more if I knew more, Inspector.
I have to check the crime scene again before I try to make any assumptions. Oh, shit.
It was a cold night in June.
Oh,
I
damn.
boarded a train to East End on what seemed to be just another normal night like any other. In all the world.
Oh, shit.
What's that?
It's a different crime every time, too. So we're gonna have to restart now. Damn. They weren't kidding when they said watch out when the lights go out. So I gotta question these fuckers all over again.
Victim died from a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, that'd do it all right. Now, the questions become, where's the gun? And who pulled the trigger? Looks like the victim handcuffed the suitcase to their wrist. Guess he really didn't want to risk losing whatever was inside. The murder doesn't seem to be motivated by money. Curious, that.
Damn it.
I'm pretty sure I saw Fisher carrying a rope before we got on board. I remember Fisher seemed pretty interested in Mr. Duval's briefcase back at the train station. Knowing a suspect was carrying a certain weapon type that matches the victim's wounds doesn't guarantee guilt. Other suspects may have also been carrying the same type of weapon. It does breed suspicion, however.
Wasn't there someone else in here?
I saw Gacy walking around with a knife earlier. I overheard Ramirez and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated. That's all I know.
Go this way. So watch out for Ramirez. Could be dangerous.
I noticed Berkowitz wandering around with a knife earlier. I could hear Berkowitz and Mr. Duval shouting over something earlier. They were quite loud about the whole affair.
Or Berkowitz.
Given how the other passengers have a tendency to pry into one another's affairs, well, it would be advisable to ask around to see what they know. I think I saw Berkowitz brandishing a knife earlier. I witnessed Gacy glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. Have you thoroughly checked the crime scene? Sometimes the biggest clues can be the hardest to spot.
Were Lloyd and Rickolsey and Kemper holding a point earlier? Or I saw Gacy glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase before back at the train station.
That's two against Gacy right there, seeing the briefcase.
It would probably be in the killer's best interest to pretend like they didn't know as much as they do. Might be something to consider, Inspector.
Oh, this? Why, I found this key on the floor earlier. I'm certain I have no idea what it unlocks. I believe I saw Ramirez walking around with a pipe earlier.
No gun for him, so looking at Gacy.
I remember seeing Fisher staring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. Gets a little harder to see when the train passes through a tunnel. Wouldn't want to be near the killer when that happens.
Yeah, no shit, I found out already.
I believe I saw Berkowitz waving around a knife earlier. I witnessed Ramsey and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. They seemed pretty angry with each other. Circumstantial clues mean nothing without hard evidence to back it up. If you want to formally accuse a suspect, you must first locate the murder weapon.
Oh, I got it, don't you worry. What other clues could they be talking about?
Looks like the victim handcuffed the suitcase to their wrist. Guess he really didn't want to risk losing whatever was inside.
something on the ground there. Like a pen or something?
Victim died from a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, that'd do it all right. Now, the questions become, where's the gun? And who pulled the trigger?
Oh, no, you don't.
Mr. Duval wanted me to hang on to this key until the end of the train ride. I saw Bundy walking around with a knife earlier.
Still wondering what weapon Gacy's got.
I noticed Gacy watching Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. Knowing the motivation for the crime might help narrow down who committed the murder.
That's 3 on Gacy.
What did I see? Well, I guess I remember Miss Doss walking around with a gun earlier.
Uh-oh, she's got a gun.
I think I heard Miss Doss and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It sounded like they were pretty mad at each other. A lot of the time, even the most careful killers make a mistake. Even bloodless killings tend to leave a faint trail of the red stuff behind.
I'm quite certain I witnessed Kemper gallivanting about with a pipe earlier. I witnessed Dennehy staring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded it earlier. I'm afraid I cannot say for certain. My apologies, Inspector.
I'm certain I saw Topon waving around a gun earlier.
Oh, she's ratting you out.
I definitely heard Bundy and Mr. Duval talking about something earlier. They seemed pretty mad with each other. Hey, if I knew more, Inspector, I'd tell you.
Hey, wait a minute, where's Gacy at? Did I already question him? Stay right here until it gets light. Oh wait, there's Gacy.
I noticed Berkowitz wandering around with a knife earlier. I could hear Berkowitz and Mr. Duval shouting over something earlier. They were quite loud about the whole affair. Given how the other passengers have a tendency to pry into one another's affairs, well, it would be advisable to ask around to see what they know.
Not really sure what to do here. Wait until it gets light though to back out of this. I don't know what that thing is on the ground right there. Oh wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and take a guess, 'cause I'm not really sure how to figure this out. I'm gonna go with her. She gave me the creeps when I got by her.
Damn. Should have looked for more clues.
Ah, shit.
Well, better luck next time.
What can you do? I got something to learn about that game, but it's kind of cool. It's got me intrigued. I'll definitely play it some more and try and actually beat it next time.